Oh my goodness. I was about to start and I got into a coughing fit. Oh my god. What is wrong with me? Oh, okay. What's going on, Fitz? What's going on? Sweet! Fellas, welcome in. It's 90 degrees in Cali and I just got done working. Oh, I know that's gotta feel good as hell. What you gonna have yourself a nice old lemonade, perhaps? What's going on, fellas? I feel like there's been a bit of a gap between the last time I streamed and now, but it was only Wednesday, right? We did like a Wednesday afternoon Resident Evil 5 Goon Sesh, and here we are now a couple days later, actually. How is everybody? What's everybody up to? I was actually watching Blackish like right before I went live, and it is a show where it takes place in LA, like many shows do, and like the older I get, the more I kind of just want to live in LA, man. I think if I lived in the West Coast, I'd probably be shredded as fuck, not have screaming joint pain. At least the weather would agree with me, because the cold hurts the bones, man. It really does, like genuinely. I'm a nasty creature. I got lazy and grabbed Taco Bell and felt good. That's funny. No, dude, Queso put me on. Huge streamer Queso. He was talking the other day, talking about, yo, I want it was called like the loaded potato griller, something crazy like that. And it's a Taco Bell item that's like, it's only $2, which right there makes it very appealing. But it's got potatoes in a damn burrito. Oh my god, it's almost like a breakfast thing, because you know a lot of breakfast foods have like potato in some type of form and or fashion. And me and the girlfriend went and we got the potato doohickeys from Taco Bell the other day. Did I regret it? No, but man, it was oof. I know my joints did not appreciate it. I will tell you this, I got back my results from, you know, VA, like, you know, chatting it up with me and talking to me about how unhealthy I am. Good news, a lot of things were okay. A lot of like you know, they did like blood tests, all that. Everything looked good except for high cholesterol. They also said I got that dog in me. But that should come as no surprise to anybody. But the high cholesterol one, I was like, doi? What can I do about it? And she did tell me, she was like, yeah, man, a lot of it is genetic, but there's a couple little things you could do here and there. And I was like, dude, I need to talk to a nutritionist, doc, because seriously. They got me for cholesterol too. I eat a lot of eggs. I eat a decent amount. I used to eat a lot of eggs, but not as much anymore. Now these days, maybe I'll have like, you know, the traditional American breakfast with like the eggs and the bacon and the toast. I would do that maybe like once or twice a week, usually on a weekend, and that's it. Me don't be eating eggs like that no more. But also, damn it, man, eggs are so tasty. Eggs are some of my favorite food. I love deviled eggs. I love hard-boiled eggs. I love egg salad sandwich. I'm like the you know, Forrest Gump, how Bubba was obsessed with shrimp. He like knew every way to eat shrimp. That's me with eggs. It's a fucking mess, dude. On the edge with the upcoming Ultraman card game championship, everybody's struggling to find a deck in Canada. Bro, how are you tracking on so many card games at the same time? Seriously, how do you keep track of so many card games? I exclusively played the Yu-Gi-Oh card game for like a decade straight, and I would like take a glance at Pokemon because it was interesting enough. But even then, I never got into it like that. How the hell do you keep up financially, but also just meta-wise with that many? Oh my god, why? What the hell is wrong with me? How do you keep up with that many card games? Turns out getting old just hurts, dude. I feel it. I'm 31 now. My birthday just passed, that 31, it does hit different. 29 to 30 was the worst of it, where like everything actually hurts. 31 is like, nope, still hurts, not much worse, but just a little worse. But that 29 to 30 is different. I remember when I was a young jit in the Dominican Republic, one of my friend's moms was like, yeah, she was really cool. And she like, I forget what she was doing. She was like trying to play tag or something with us. And she told us, she was like, yeah, when you're older, you're just slower. You're not as fast or as sharp. And me at 12, I was like, haha, you fool, that'll never happen to me. Honestly, I'm probably in worse shape than she is now. Not talking like health, but like aches and pains and weight, you know, things like that. And I'm feeling it, y'all. I am feeling it. My word. But that is life, right? You get older, you get slower and weaker, and you just, you know, try to go against that current. When I was working HVAC, there was a man. he lived alone, and he had like a nice little house, cool car, nice neighborhood, nothing crazy, but he looked old, but he was in amazing shape. Like he was like kind of jacked, he had a good frame, and he looked very young and active. He looked like he was like 50. Right? He looked like he was 50. And I asked him, I was like, sir, if you don't mind, I don't know why I asked this, but it was just something nagging at me. I asked him, I was like, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? And he was like, I'm 77. I'll be 78 later this year. He looked like he was 50. So I asked him, I was like, that's insane. What is your secret? And he was like, stress. Stress is the #1 thing. He was like, if you can find a life with like the least amount of stress as you can, that'll go a long way. This was said, just be very active. Like stay active, play a sport, walk as often as you can, and just try to live a stress-free life. You'll be fine. I was like, damn. I took that shit seriously. No, I want one of those Lawson egg salad Sammys. Dude, I love Lawson's. I was thinking about them the other day. I wish I had gone to them more. I know I love their banana milk. Oh my god, the banana milk was magic, dude. I would buy one of those every day before heading to the shop. I would get the banana milk and then the chicken and rice bowls. And they just call it a day. Oh, baby. I love my fried egg with a crispy edge. That sounds so good. That sounds so good, dude. Why are eggs so tasty if they're not good for you? And then you can eat the egg whites. If you're trying to lose weight, apparently the egg whites is where it's at. And I know that for a fact because my girlfriend ate like egg whites and avocado for a couple years, and she slimmed the fuck down. I know dieting is hard, man. It's hard, but I'm working on it. Dragon Ball Fusion World isn't that popular in downtown Toronto, so it's easy to track it, forget about it, and then get back to it. Yeah, but you talk about Pokemon, Dragon Ball, Digimon, and you don't talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! If I'm not mistaken. But you do talk about a bunch of other card games. Walking really does help. Yeah, it seems like a very low impact way to lose weight. When I was in DR, I would lose a ton of weight, but that's because I would run and walk around a shit ton. And then there was one time when I was in elementary school, I got suspended from the school I was at for fighting, and I had to walk 10 blocks every day to a different middle school, and I lost a lot of weight then, because it was like for a month or so. And I lost a lot of weight at that time too. I don't know. It's just taking the time to dedicate to walking is a little bit of a pain in the ass, but like if you can't even find time to walk, then you're just cooked. Like that's an excuse. I'm not trying to make it an excuse. Only place you could trust, Quick Stop Sushi. See, I don't like sushi, but I do believe you. Lawson's was just goated, man. I miss so much of like Japan in general. Like whenever you would buy sausages from Lawson's, they were so fresh and crisp. They were like snappy and they tasted so good. The ramen was better. The sausages were better. The egg salad sandwiches, the drinks were better and healthier. Oh my god, we really were living in an absolute utopia. The katsu skewers got me drooling now. Dude, and then the condiment packers were superior too, remember? They were like these skinny little like plastic doohickeys, and then they made it so that like you fold them inwards and squeeze so that it puts the ketchup and the mayo at the same time. Japan is in the future, bro. Meanwhile, the US is going back in time rapidly. Where are we at in the US right now? The 50s? Nah, technically we're in the 70s. We're about to get a throwback. We're gonna get a draft soon. Japan spoiled me. Couldn't believe kids would get off work just to go to McDonald's. Oh, and the McDonald's was better too. You were part of one of the Japan trips. I remember that. We went to a fucking McDonald's at an airport in Japan, and it was the most delicious, freshest McDonald's I've ever been to in my life. Granted, one, it was a McDonald's like a Japan McDonald's. Two, it was breakfast. The breakfast menu it just tastes a little different, but my god, it was amazing. And you know what? I will take this time. I want to take time to like put my foot down. I think people dog on McDonald's coffee a little too much. I have personally never had bad coffee from McDonald's. Okay, I said it. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I said it. I've never had bad coffee in McDonald's, and I don't care who knows it. Best Burger King I ever the best Burger King I ever had in my life in Oki, and Burger King always sucks. Dude, high key, Burger King is kind of ass, but you ever just get a craving for a Burger King burger? Maybe I'm alone in that, but every now and then I do get a craving for Burger King. And then every time I get it, I promptly regret it, because not only does it taste kind of mid, it also fucks my stomach up. I don't know why. Burger King always leaves my stomach for the worse. And let's just leave it at that. The on-base BK was Garbo. It was really bad, yeah. Off-base by Kinzer slapped. Dude, I remember one time I had to... for some reason, they sent me to help you and Starks at the Kadena Air Force Base, and we went to American Grill. Woo! I think I literally went up to you guys. I was like, y'all are eating like kings. American Grill is amazing. I think Ocean Breeze was a little overrated, but American Grill, oh, the portions, the prices, the quality, bro. Those are some of the best onion rings I had to this day. Those are some fat ass onion rings. I remember that too. It was nice. I had a little, I had the Pelican case, and we drove over. It was like nice and slow pace. I got to do my little mech thing, because by then I was actually like halfway decent at my job. And then we went to lunch and we got fucking we got this thing. I was like, this is nice. Shit, if I could be like the solo mech in Kadena, I would love that. And you know what's funny? Ocampo, because you know, Ocampo was like, and I say this as a positive, not as a negative, Ocampo was like a schemer, right? He was extremely sharp. And he was like, yo, I wonder, could I like get one of the mechs to be like a long-term, like a Kadena mechanic, instead of having to send someone out, anything like that. You know, they could do their maintenances, they could like do on-field repair, and it'd be a good experience. And so Ocampo was like, this could be a really good opportunity for like someone like me or Path or anything like that. Like send a mech, like a more senior mech for like, you know, the group that we had, and just like let the motherfucker just chill in Kadena. And I was like, me? But I also remember when I forget, it's been such a long time now. We had not the grater, what was the big shit that was at the corner of the lot that the boom arm never worked? And then me and Ocampo, like, Path was on this shit for like a month and he couldn't get it working, and you know, he had like and like his anger issues. And then it was me and Ocampo. We fucked with it for like a day, and then we managed to like kind of like we did some type of bypass where like we got the boom arm working, and like he was like, we really need to like rub it in Path's face. The Kalmar, the big ass container, yeah, the container handlers, the ones at Futenma. It was the one in our lot, at in Camp Foster. But yes, it was the Kalmars. Yes, I'm sad I don't remember the name, but exactly that. It's specifically the one for containers. There was one with the boom arm that did not work. You couldn't get it to like lift down, nothing. And I forget what I did. I did something that let it bypass, and it was fucking. Oh, I loved it, dude. I loved it. Cause like it was like a eureka moment, like a little light bulb in your head where you're like, oh my god, this thing wasn't working. It hasn't been working for months. Someone else tried to get it to work and it didn't work. And then I got it to work. I got it to work. Ocampo showed me the manual and he was looking through it with me, and then I found it. And it felt so fucking good. I love that feeling. It was a good feeling. It was a good feeling. Whopper has a taste, still feels like a rock in your stomach. Dude, they added this fucking thing. It was like it's like the Smokehouse Whopper or something like that. It's just mushrooms and barbecue sauce. It is so salty. If I wanted something that's salty, I'll just go to the beach. It's so fucking salty. It's good, but damn. Get the Smokehouse Junior. Like you don't need a Whopper. That's too big. Whopper Juniors, it's a good size. Also, I did like a very quick little like a water cleanse. It was something that was being recommended to me, and like I don't eat that much in my opinion, so it wasn't that difficult for me. I did one full day where I didn't eat anything and I just drank water, and it did have an effect. Like I feel like the whole thing is that it's supposed to help you like your metabolism like do a soft reset, as well as something about the literal size of your stomach. Like it helps your stomach kind of shrink a little bit so you feel fuller sooner or something like that. I'm not an expert. This is just my own personal opinion. Do not, don't take this as advice. When I did it, I do feel like it's made a bit of a difference, because today I made like a plate of some pasta with some chicken for me and the girlfriend, and for the first time in a long time, I couldn't finish my plate. Take what you will from that information. I couldn't finish my plate, and I think that there's some value in that. You got too good. They sent you out all the time like they did me for ops. I like that though. Like I got clowned on a lot, but I actually did get halfway decent at my job, where like I was knocking out PM after PM, and I like equipment that wasn't running anymore. I actually did get it running, right? Like I would go to Gilbert, right? I would go to Gilbert. I would ask him for these, like order these parts, and then the parts would come in, and then I would scoop them up and I'd get to work. Like it was cool. I liked like once I had the structure to knock shit out, and it felt good. Sanchez was better than me though. Sanchez was a fucking monster, and Blair was pretty good too. Like those dudes were fucking on it, and Ocampo was the GOAT. I think like that's what helped me a lot, is like Ocampo gave me a lot of confidence to get shit done. I miss Adrian too. Adrian was hilarious and good at his job. It's fucking awesome. They had this one thing at BK Oki. It was the black burger with squid ink. I heard about that. I never got to try it myself, but I heard about that. I heard that like the squid ink, because I've heard about it in pasta, that it's supposed to be like a very iron flavor, right? Like it's supposed to taste like very irony, if that makes sense. I'm explaining it horrifically, but I think you know what I mean. The plate is the best part of dinner. It's crunchy. Are you a cartoon character? You're just like, ah. You just take the whole fucking thing, plate and all. Damn. Ocampo was the guy who made the tool room sane, and he could line up a fade. He was a very talented individual. I loved hanging out with that dude. He was also from, I think he was from Compton, which explained a lot. That dude fucking, him and Trav were my boys, man. Remember when me and Trav broke our hands at the same time? Like fucking Naruto? We called each other the Castaways. And then when that got boring, we called each other the Outcasts. We had a lot of characters, man. We had a lot of characters. Also, what's good, Owens? I have arrived. Welcome in, bro. The black burger just tasted burnt and wet at the same time. Oh. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. He was from Vallejo, but close enough. Oh, okay, my bad. I know him, and I know Trap. Trap was from Sacramento, I think. Because I remember making fun of him. That's how I remember where my friend is from. Is because he was like, I'm from Sacramento. And I looked at him and was like, yo, you're from the Sac. All right, dude. And then he would give me that look. Because, like, you know, he had a good sense of humor about it. Be like, yeah, I'm from the Sac. Straight from the Sac. He leaned into the joke, therefore diffusing any irritation he could have had from it. I don't think anybody wants to be told that they're from the Sac, despite the fact that we are all from the Sac. Like how you would call me Kardashian. Yeah, you're Armenian and you have a big butt. It's just the Kardashians. Dude, I like, obviously there were a lot of bad times, but I miss a lot of the good times, and I miss the people so much. We had a very good group, you know what I mean? Genuinely, like, we had a good group. Man. How we doing tonight? We started yapping about food and like getting older, and then we kind of devolved into just talking about Japan, because Sweet is he's from the same platoon that I was in when I was in Japan, so like we went through it together. He was there my entire 2 years and he stayed afterwards. The fellas was kind of saying, if I stayed in, I'd just be some lonely gunny drinking alone in the staff NCO barracks. Yeah, it really is what you make of it and like who you're with. And I think I was fortunate. I wasn't really around a lot of the drinkers, although maybe that would have made me become a big drinker. But I think one of my favorite memories, and I know you don't like Johnson. You don't like Johnson, and you have like opened my eyes, because he kind of fucked me over sometimes too. One of my favorite memories was Barone and Johnson around the time that Johnson came back, where we would just like crack open some drinks and then we would just hang out and like watch something. And then after Johnson left, you like literally slotted right in, bro. It was so funny. We watched a lot of bullshit together. It was such a good time. I'd do it all over again, but you're coming with me. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Johnson wasn't that bad in hindsight. He was just a bad penny. That's well said, yeah. There was one time, this was like one of the first times that I went internal when I was in Japan. We failed a room inspection when it was the gunny that went through. Like, not the shitty one that everyone hated, but like the cool one. But that doesn't matter, because Johnson went to our room when we were roommates. He went to our room during chow time, and he left a can dead center in the middle of the room, like a fucking cartoon character. He left an empty can in the middle of the room, so when the gunny went around doing like surprise room inspections, he fucking failed us for room inspection. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? You're my senior. Why did you? Like, you're my senior. Why did you do that? And I was like, what the fuck, dude? So I got in trouble because I was his roommate, despite the fact that it was not my fault at all. But that's how the military is, right? Dude was just an idiot that had to know better but still fucked up. Yeah, that's about it. Did I tell you what happened when we checked in at MCT? I think you did, but it's been long enough that I've forgotten by now. Guilty by association? Yeah, we call it corporal punishment. Like, if one person fucks up, everybody fucks up. and everybody gets punished despite the fact that it was only one person that made the mistake. That way it causes everybody to not want to be the person to fuck up, because otherwise everyone's gonna hate you. And that's kind of the logic there. Like, you don't want to be the guy that everybody hates for being a fuck up, basically. Dude is from Oxnard, California, not far from me. Dropped in together and reported in, but he showed up in civvies. Bro left his alphas at home. Got held back until he could get mailed to him. Oh my god. 4 hours from Pendleton. Yeah, that's pretty fucking stupid. Like, I don't know what else to say to that. Like, Johnson was just, he's a good guy. Like, he was very cool and very, like, supportive when I was there, but damn, bro, you can't be doing shit like that. And then, like, he's my senior by almost exactly a year, and he was doing stupid shit like leaving cans in the middle of the room. I don't even know whether or not there was, like, surprise inspections, like, that we knew that he was gonna come or not, but it fucking happened. Like, dude. I thought I was rid of him, and then he caught up at Leonardwood, followed me to 172. HU is why I extended. We were supposed to go to this to the same next unit. That is hilarious. You would rather have stayed in Japan in 172 rather than risk going to the same unit with him somewhere else. That's funny. It's like you're Tom and he's Spike. Or you're Tom and he's Jerry. Regardless, you're Tom. Tom is either Spike or Jerry in this analogy. You're definitely Tom. Damn, dude. Yeah, remember when they went to, like, the career thing to talk to, like, not the recruiters, whatever the fuck it was, to, like, where do you want to go, right? Because, you know, needs of the Marine Corps prioritize. What I said, I want to do East Coast, then I want to do West Coast, then overseas. And they were like, okay, you're going to Paris Island. And I was like, oh no. And you know what? It was a phenomenal, like, place to be. I loved it. Career planner. Dude, that was crazy. Because, like, nobody goes to Paris Island. It was a fucking experience, dude. I loved it, honestly. I loved it. It was good for me. It was good for my family. Let me see. He was SpongeBob, I was Squidward. That is actually way more accurate. Johnson was a very carefree, some would say too carefree, and you were being like, I don't want to say the stick in the mud, but you were the straight man in the comedy duo, right? You got the goofy guy, and then you got the straight man to point out how fucking absurd everything is. Ironically, you were the straight man in that dynamic, which I think is hilarious. But yeah, damn, I didn't know that you guys were supposed to go to the same unit, or maybe I did, but then I forgot because it's been so long. But that is funny. Sounds like a real character. Yeah, Johnson was cool. He was cool. He was not bad. He's just kind of a dumbass. Like, he's a good person, but being a good person in the military is not enough. You have to know how to stay out of trouble. Funny enough, Ocampo, he was one of my corporals. Ocampo was like, he was a troublemaker, but he was very smart. He was a very sharp individual. Every time that we had, like, a weekend briefing, like, to be like, hey, you're about to get released for the weekend. Legally, we have to tell you to stay out of trouble. Legally. And so Ocampo would gather us together. He'd be like, hey, look, if you're going to be stupid, be smart about it. If you get in trouble, don't get caught. And if you need me, don't call me on the weekend. Which was a joke. Like, if you needed him, of course he would fucking be there for you. But the joke was, he'd be like, hey, I don't exist on the weekend. Poof. Which was, again, not true. But, yeah. Dude, we went to boot camp together. You know how many times I got slayed because of him. Oh my god. That is hilarious. You were literally just, like, your entire military trajectory was intertwined with his. I was stuck with him since MEPS. Oh my god. That I'm sorry, that's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. I would actually like if I were in boot camp with him, I would low-key hate him. Cause if I got in trouble and I had to do a bunch of bullshit because of him, I would actually that would piss me off. I would hate that. That's funny though. What you mean legally stay out of trouble? Yeah, dude. It was called the Weekend Libo Brief. Libo being short for Liberty. Liberty being, hey, you are not on the clock. When you're in the military, you're not on the clock. This is like your off time. So when it was Friday afternoon after a long, hard day of work, we had a mandatory Libo Brief, which it was mandatory. You had to be there for it. Legally, you had to have someone be there to be like, stay out of trouble. If you're under drinking age, don't fucking drink. If you're over the drinking age, drink responsibly. Don't break any laws while you're drinking. Matter of fact, don't break any laws at all. And if you're in trouble, if you need something, call one of us. One of us being the higher ups, your corporals, your sergeants. Call them so that they can help you stay out of trouble and not make worse decisions. And this was every fucking weekend from when you start in the military till the very last day you get out. You need to have someone be there to tell you, don't be stupid, don't get in trouble, don't make any mistakes. And this was a real thing that had to happen. One of the people that I hated the most in my time in the military was this absolute sack of shit named Staff Sergeant Allensworth. I didn't like him. I'll be honest. I did not like him. Allensworth was a chain smoker. He would steal people's lighters. I didn't smoke, but all my friends told me about it. And whenever he was in charge of PT, which thankfully was not very often, PT, for my civilian friends here in the chat, PT is just physical training, right? It's just every morning you're gonna exercise, right? You might go on like a 2-mile run, you're gonna do a bunch of push-ups, sit-ups, and like do a bunch of cool shit every morning. Or you're supposed to do it every morning. Sometimes you skip a day. Point is, when Allensworth was in charge on a Friday, he would make us do the worst shit. He would make us do like a 4-mile run or some insane hike, or we're gonna sprint up and down the very narrow stairs going up a fucking mountain. Funny enough, that was one of the most memorable sessions I had. It was exhausting, but it was very good. I don't know how good it was for my health, but it was memorable. But literally, like, go up this mountain, go down the mountain, go up this mountain, go down the mountain, go up the mountain, down the mountain. Look at what I'm doing, bro. It's like I'm fucking doing disco. Go up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain, down the mountain. And we would just do that for like an hour and a half and then jog back to the barracks. And so he did that. We would learn later. He did that so that by the end of Friday, like when we were done with work, we were so fucking tired that we wouldn't do anything on Friday and most likely not do anything on Saturday. He would tucker us out on Friday PT so that we wouldn't get into any trouble on the weekend. What a piece of shit. This was he was a bad person. Like, I know it's funny me sharing it with you guys. He was a bad person. And just because you're in the military does not mean you're a good person. Just because you get to the rank of staff sergeant does not mean you're a good person. He was awful. Ocampo was a pro outlaw. Dude would give haircuts in the barracks and had his barber certificate on the wall. I mean, shit, he's from Cali. Half the people in Cali have barbers certs. But yeah, he was good. And so was, dude, funny enough, Trap also gave pretty solid haircuts. I would go exclusively to him. Trap was such a good barber that he saw that I was getting like an allergic reaction whenever he would give me a haircut, because I think he was like going a little too hard. He completely changed like the way he did it, like whenever he was giving me a haircut. Never happened again. It was amazing. And his shit was sanitized too. I know it was. He did it in front of me. Like, every guy that I knew from California knew how to cut hair. At the minimum, knew how to cut hair. At the most, literally had a barber's license. It was so fucking funny. It was so fucking funny. Now you get why I hated him. He followed me everywhere. You'd be surprised how those rules may as well be rocket science to some kids. Dude, some people are stupid. Some people actually like need to be told to stay out of trouble, as if it's like beyond the ordinary. I don't get it. Fuck Allensworth. He was an instructor at the schoolhouse. The funniest thing in the world was when everyone discovered he was a total noth. He was bad, dude. He was not good at anything he did. There were a couple guys that were like that. Like, I don't like to badmouth, but there are some people who were just a waste of space. Like Allensworth, bad. Ferrer, ass. I could go on, but I don't really think I need to. We had a lot of really good guys too. Like Sanchez was inspirational. Blair, pretty fucking smart. Adrian, really good at his job. Hell, like, we didn't get to see Goose do a lot of his shit, but even he did a lot of shit, you know? Like, Goose hooked me up with parts whenever I needed them. Like, we had a lot of really skilled guys in our shop, now that I look back. And even the new guys afterwards, too. Like, I think Beetle got real good. I'm trying to remember. There's been a lot of people, though. But yeah. I thought it was the cancel Silent Hill game. Oh my god. He's the reason why half the tractors at Futema lot were deadlined. That's insane. Trap was my go-to when Ocampo left. SNCOs would show up to get lineups from him. Yeah, Trap was the man. And I'm glad he was making so much fucking money, like, doing that too. Why would you spend 2 hours waiting in line at the mall to get your haircut when you could just go down the street and schedule it out with Trap? He would literally message you being like, yo, come through. And you best believe I would tip him. That's my boy. That was my boy, and he did a good job. He kept half the fucking barracks looking clean as hell. Some operators were good at their job, but were just shitty people, like Miner or Brooks or Forsyth. I didn't know Brooks too much, but he did look like the bully from Toy Story. But I didn't know him enough, so I can't say, right? Miner, he was a little too smug for me. Like, he was just way too smug. And yeah, Forsyth was a whole deal. But you're right. You're right. He was the bully from Toy Story. He looked like the bully from Toy Story. I can't speak to his character because I didn't know him like that. So I'm just gonna take your word for it. But I didn't know him like that, so I can't defend him or insult him. I just remember he looked like the bully from Toy Story. Miner became a SoundCloud rapper. Like, really? Dude had a track where Trap introed him. I think the last time I saw Travis doing like life coach stuff or something involved with finance. I think he does like financial. He's a financial. The financial advisor. Financial advisor. The word was blanking out in my mind. Trap became a financial advisor. I didn't know Miner became a fucking SoundCloud rapper, but okay, do that. What else? Oh my god, there was something else. Oh dude, I heard Rocha got in trouble for like giving underage minors alcohol. Is that true? What a goddamn shame. That's really too bad, bro. I'm sorry to hear that. I gotta tell you guys about this. Chat. Fellas in the chat. There was a very small and angry Mexican man who was in our platoon named Rocha, and he was an asshole. He would call everybody a bitch and the C word, and he was very disliked. He also bullied the shit out of his roommate. Shout out to Acosta. I have no idea where he is or what happened to him. Fuck, man, he bullied the fuck out of that guy. And Rocha would also, he was a mechanic like me, so he was senior to me whether I liked it or not, and he would kind of go and take advantage of that a lot, to where just because we were junior to him, he would kind of like he would kind of like boss us around, but beyond like, oh, I'm senior, you have to do what I say type of thing. It was beyond that. It was like, I'm gonna get hot pockets and I'm gonna have you follow me around while holding them. And he tried to do that shit with me, and he and I butted heads a lot. There was one time where we were actually about to fight. I didn't exactly know how much trouble I was gonna get into for doing that, but I was smart enough from my time like growing up. I used to fight a lot. And I'm not saying this is a flex, it's not a good thing. It means I can't control my fucking emotions. I got into fights a lot growing up, so the first thing in my head was like, I'm gonna let him swing first. I'm gonna push him around, but if he swings first, then I'm fully allowed to swing back, and then we can really get into it. Rocho was a bully. There's no other word for it. He was a bully. And there was one day I got fed up with it, and he immediately snapped back because he expected me to like, ah! But yeah, never liked him, was always at odds with him. And then when he moved, like when it was like his last day, he came into my room and flipped me off and then left. And I was like, well, if that's his last goodbye, then yeah, I'll remember you as a jackass for indefinitely. He could have been like, hey man, it was a pleasure working with you, dab me up. And that's it, right? But no. He sounds like a scumbag. No, he was genuinely like one of the worst people that I met in my time in the military. Who'd pick a fight with you? You're a goddamn tree. Roach was a literal chihuahua. That's why he was mean. No, Sweet's not kidding. Rocha was like 5'1", not even maybe, because my girlfriend's like 5'4", and he was shorter than her by a good bit. He might have been like 5'1", 5'2", and you guys should know by now I'm like 6'3". Mind you, I'm like 6'4" and a half with my boots on. I am very tall. But yeah, Rocha was, he was God, he was awful. He was awful. But I stood up to him. He felt very disrespected. He started pressing me. I pressed back because I was like looking for an excuse. I was like, bro, let's do this. You want to act like a big guy? Let's fucking do it. And I might not have been like the most athletic or anything. God knows I got terrible cardio. But I remember one time that we were doing PT and it was like, we were doing tire flips. You remember that? Like, you remember the big fucking tires? We were doing tire flips, and I don't know why, but that is one of the things I was really good at. So it was literally just get down, flip, get down, flip, get down, flip. Rocha couldn't flip a tire to save his life. I had already flipped it like 5 times while he was still struggling on his. So I finished my tire flip. I went back and asked him, I was like, do you want me to help you? Not trying to like shit on him or look down at him, but hey, here's something I'm really good at. Here's something you're not good at. I'm offering you the olive branch. And he said, okay. And from that day on, he mellowed out a little bit on me, but he was still an overall asshole. And good Lord, when we had like our own juniors, like below me, woo! He sucks. No, Rocha was awful. So I'm glad that he got in trouble for doing something he's not supposed to do. Tried to blackmail me with telling people I did a trans girl in the Philippines he introduced me to. I didn't already come out before he dropped into 172. He was like, I got some dirt on you. What a fucking scumbag. Now, it's been a long time, but I'm willing to bet that, like, is blackmail not illegal in the military? Like, I'm pretty sure he could have gotten into some deep ass water if there was a way for him to, like, if it was known that he did that, because that's fucked up. Like, one, whose fucking business is that besides your own? 2, to do something like that to somebody is super not okay. He's a fucking prick. He was playing the high school gossip game like I'd give a shit. Yeah, there you go, yeah. He's literally like, oh, I know something about you. Fortunately, a lot of people, like, you know, were cool. A lot of people didn't care. But there were always some people who were just, like, it raises a lot of alarms in the back of my head whenever somebody says, oh, that's gay. Like, we may have grown up in an era where that was okay, but to this day, it's still like, ooh, why the fuck you talking like that, bro? I don't like that. And I'm actually glad that like we're talking about this like even right now, because I do remember that I saw somebody say the term gay back then was like the general insult that people used. It was like the default insult. And now it has shifted to where the new like all-encompassing insult that Neanderthals use is woke. Obviously, everyone here knows what woke actually means, but the people who used to say gay in a derogatory term when it had literally nothing to do with being gay, they just slotted in the word woke for gay. That's it. That's it. And because woke is not like talking about a specific group of people, it's just, it's a term to like, it's a concept to be woke rather than a person who identifies as woke. Like, you know what I mean, right? Like, it has now woke has now become the new insult to slot out for gay. That's what it is. Had to face off with Milcheski when I came out. Roach couldn't be that scary if he tried. That sucks, man. Those dudes couldn't define woke if you had a gun to their head. It's literally anything that they don't like. That's why I'm saying that. Like, it used to be, oh, blank is gay as the insult, but now they just say blank is woke. Oh, that's woke. What's woke? Higher education, equality, women, like everything's woke now, bro. And you know what I mean when I say that. I don't want to get lumped in with the dumbasses who like they say everything is woke as because they can't comprehend it. I dropped my fidget spinner. Fuck. But you guys get my point. Like, it is insane to me. We live in a crazy time. Bars, we do. We live in some wild times, but that was a fun trip down memory lane, if I do say so myself. Excuse me. Some good shit, man. Funny thing is, even with the rough start, Marines reacted better than my own parents. Yeah, like I said, I think we had a really good group. And I like to believe that for the most part, you know, we were making some good progress. We were like in a society that was a little more understanding. You were always gonna have assholes here and there, but at least it was better. And then it got so much worse in the past decade. Like, literally, I came back to the United States and it was all downhill from there. Had I known I had an impact on it, I would have just kept my ass in Japan, kept the world going in a better direction. I know this is a random question. What's happening on the UMA end these days? I'm glad you asked. Thank you for asking. No, Uma Musume, a couple days after my birthday, they actually had a massive content update called, in Japan, it's called Make a New Track. In the global release, they call it Trackblazer. Not nearly as cool of a fucking name, if you ask me, but Trackblazer is... Matter of fact, I was actually looking for something to play tonight on stream, which is why my stream title is Fellas, What's the Move? Because guess what? I don't know what the move is. Why don't I just boot up Uma Musume? Would anybody like that? Would the streets fuck with it? What's Uma Musume? I get to show you what Uma Musume is. Hold on. I'm cracking it open. Uma Musume. I got you, bro. Hold on. Let's do some Uma Musume tonight, yeah? Uma Musume is a very popular Japanese mobile game. It's also on desktop, but first a mobile game made by Cygames. Cygames are the same people that made Grand Blue Fantasy, Shadowverse, which is like a card game, and they do a lot. They got their fingers in many different pies. Hold on, I got you. Let's put this here. Oh dear God, there's too many things going on. This is Uma Musume. It's a gacha, isn't it? Yeah, it's a gacha. I should have just shorthanded it and been like, yeah, it's a gacha. Display and boom. This is Uma Musume. I do want to preface, I think Uma Musume is fascinating. It is a gacha game. It is an anime. It's a manga. It's everything. It's music. It's concerts. It's licensed music and like professional level voice acting. Uma Musume is a series. I'm just gonna expand it. Why does it look so bloomed out though? What the fuck? Hold on, I know what to do. Does it look okay on your screen, guys? Or does it look, because on my screen, it looks like extremely bright. Please let me know if it's on my end, because my HDR is all fucked up. It's doing that brightness because HDR. Yeah, okay. If it's showing up on my screen, that's one thing. If it's showing up on your guys' screen, that's another thing. Let me... I guess I'll turn the HDR off. Fuck it. System. I was messing with my monitors quite a bit. There we go. Give it a sec. Oh, it got worse. Oh my god, she is truly the Cinderella Grey. What the fuck? Why did it look like that? What's crazy was that I was working on this with Vaughn and we did manage to like find the solution, but I don't know what it is now. Why does it look like that? Extra bright. No, thank you for telling me. Yes, so Uma Musume is a world where literally, like, they don't explain it. Horse girls are a thing. That's it. Lowering the HDR brightness to 25 or 30. My brother, I lowered it to 0. I don't know what's happening. Hold on. Auto HDR off. Off. Now I'm fucking with all my settings. So wait, let me turn the HDR off again. That is insane. Why would it get brighter when I turn the HDR off? Oh, why does it do that? It didn't look this bad earlier. That's the crazy part. Oh my god. What the fuck, bro? That's so trippy. You know, it's funny. I could have just swapped the screens and not had to deal with the shit at all. Oh, that is insane. Ah, it's so bright. Let's do auto HDR. Why does it look like that? Video playback, auto HDR, display 1, display 2. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. Oh my god. Advanced graphics settings, virtual. Yeah, I'm looking through it. Why does it look like that though? Any option to lower the gamma? Let me see if I could. I just might need to edit it on my end. Why does it look like that? Here, let's fuck with some filters, guys. I don't know why it looks like that. HDR tone mapping. Let's fuck with these a little bit. Does it look a little better even? No, right? Oh my word. Okay, hold on. Let's do color correction. Gamma. Oh, evil Oguri. No, hold on. Set it to default. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this. Lower this. Contrast. Leave that. Brightness. No, ill. I don't know what button. It's so. Ah! I'm trying to turn down the saturation. That's not it. Brightness. No. Contrast. gamma. Oh, wait. There we go. Hold on. And then contrast. Okay, hold on. Default. If I turn the gamma down, it turns into that. If I turn the gamma up, it like desaturates it or saturates it. Brightness down. Why does my game look so deep fried? That's not it. Dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to do. I just wanted to show you guys Uma Musume. Maybe it's an option in the game? Probably not. There's not that many options. It's a pretty fucking straightforward. Yeah. There's nothing. And she's just gonna be yapping the whole time. Uma Musume is a world where horse girls are a thing. They literally just exist. There are no horsemen, and human people can have horse girl daughters, and horse girl daughters can have human daughters, and that is Uma Musume. They love to race. They have like, no, I already did that. I did the HDR brightness thing. I will literally show it to you. I set it to the lowest possible setting, and it's not doing anything. I'm scared, you guys. I think my monitor is haunted. Look, let me show you. I literally set it to like the lowest that it can be. Let me show you. Where the fuck is it? There's nothing. Oh, well, it shows my email, but who gives a shit? There. Better? Look. Woo! It did fuck all. Like, it doesn't do anything. Why does it look like this? Why does my game look like this? It does look better, but it's still like, it looks a little better. The colors are still really fucking bold, but it looks a little better. Is this gonna be okay? It's fucking bright, dude. What do I do? It's so bright. Is the villain in this anime Ono Glue Factory? No, but anytime that one of our horse girls does bad in a race, we call them Elmers. And you know exactly why. These are already jokes that people have covered decades ago. What happens if a horse girl breaks her leg? They do heal. Injuries are actually very common in the anime and the manga. They heal. They're not like screwed forever. Also, extremely important to note, a lot of the horses, I think almost every single horse in this series is actually named after a real life horse, such as Special Week. Special Week is the Uma, but if you look it up, in the late 90s, there was a real-life horse named Special Week who was extremely dominant. One of the most dominant horses in history, TM Opera O, real-life horse, won everything. Everything ever. Mihono Bourbon, extremely talented horse, very powerful, and was going to win a Triple Crown, except that in real life, Mihono Bourbon was upset in their third one by Rice Shower. And Rice Shower won everything. Like, Rice Shower was like the one that ruined everybody's like illustrious histories, which is why in real life they were very hated until, I don't want to get into it, but something really sad happened to the real life horse. And that is why everybody adores the Uma. Horse, real life horse. Uma, fictional character named after the real life horse. Gold Ship, extremely iconic Japanese horse. Sweet, this one might interest you. Agnes Digital, actual child of legendary horse Secretariat. You know the Secretariat? This is Agnes Digital, which is named after the real life horse Agnes Digital, who was the child of Secretariat, as in the Secretariat. And Axe is saying it in the chat. Here's something really interesting. If the Uma has some type of decoration on their right side, their real life like horse was a male. They're all girls, but they are named after male horses. If it's on the left ear, such as Haru Urara, they have it on their left. There's not that many female horses, such as like Haru, where is the shit? Kurin-chan, I thought Smart Falcon was a female, but I guess not. But also Hello Vaughn. Yeah, there's way more male horses than female. There's a couple female horses that are coming to the, yeah, there you go. Air Groove, female. Also another cool thing, I don't think I'll be able to show it here, but yeah, I don't think I'll be able to show it here. Even their designs, like their race gear, is actually like, look at this. You see how Special Week has one white shoe and one like purple shoe? That is because the real life Special Week had different colored hooves. Is there a horse girl named John Henry? Not right now. They do have a ton of real life horses, like all of them are real life horses. But they have to license them. They have to get the license for the real horse. So there are a couple that are not available. Yeah, you got Gold City. We could go through this all day because I actually found it very fascinating. Mambo! Mambo! Everybody loves this character. Yeah, there's a ton, and they all have their own unique personalities. Akebono is like a fucking warhorse that they allowed to race with the others, but like, you see how fucking huge she is compared to the others is because the real life Akebono was like a giant fucking warhorse that just happened to be good at racing. I'm getting a phone call. Give me 1 sec, fellas. Okay, girlfriend was calling me because we're gonna be babysitting some birds, and she wanted to ask, like, hey, is it okay? Which I appreciate. But yeah. Let me catch up with the chat. I was fucking with my setting. Vaughn, why is my screen so, like, oversaturated? What the fuck is it? Oh my god, it got worse. All I did was blink out and in. What is happening to my display? What is happening to my display, bro? What buttons do I need to press to, like, make it normal? Why does it look like this? Opacity is the wrong thing. I don't know why I touched that. It looks terrible. Why does it look so washed out and bright? Contrast down, gamma up. I don't know. I deadass don't know. Maybe it's the way you're reflecting it on OBS. It's literally just screen fucking thingy. Hold on. I'm gonna do this. Let's see if this works. I doubt that it will. I'm gonna move this over to this monitor, and I'm gonna put OBS on the other monitor. So now you guys are gonna be over here, as much as I don't want that. And then we're gonna do display left and see how it looks. That looks better. That looks normal. What the fuck is going on with this monitor that is... What? What? Looks good. Why? Why does it look different at all? That's so stupid, dog. That doesn't make any sense. All right, fuck it. Let me move literally everything over here. including Discord and the DMs. He's literally just trying to help me out. That's so annoying, bruh. It's the HDR mainly and how you're capturing it. I need all the tech experts, bro. I need Cyborg, Mr. Terrific, Jackie Chan, the one guy, the hacker from Swordfish, Hugh Jackman. Put my shit up. Now it's not doing anything on this monitor. What is happening, bruh? I say if you just use game capture and OBS, then it should capture it normally. You're spitting. What is happening right now? Tech issues. I'm usually a professional on Twitch.tv, but I think we're fine. Whatever. Let's just move on. I'll leave it like this and we will move on. Let me switch categories to Uma Musume. So let's fucking recap. Sweet. Thank you so much for asking me. Uma Musume is a franchise where normal women exist, but also horse girls exist. They can grow up to be horse women, and they are horse kids before. There are no men. As far as we know, there are no horse men. There are men, women, horse girls. Those are the three genders. Men, women, horse girls. And they love racing. They live to race. And there is this incredible academy that is very prestigious. And their whole deal is that they race. They race and they learn how to do it. And there is strategy to it. It's amazing. They make them race and they don't give them track gear. They're running in freaking daisy shoes. Even better, bro. Look, they all wear in their own unique uniforms. Like, and they all have like different outfits that they run in. Tokai Teo, that's the damn... I wish I could just show you the models easily, but I can't. She runs in this. She runs in like emperor-ass gear, right? Or there's another one called Gold City. Gold City, she runs, she's also a model. She runs in fucking like model gear. I don't know what else to call this, right? They all wear different shit. This one's hilarious. This one's funny. Hold on, where is she? I only got her recently. Where the fuck is she? Kawakami Princess. I like this Uma, by the way. Kawakami Princess runs in this. It's just fucking insane. Also, another female horse. Ear on the left. That means this is a real fucking lady horse. She runs in that. And then one of my favorite Umas, at least maybe my favorite that's in the game now, she just came out like a couple days after my birthday, and I got her on the first free 10 pull. Thank fuck. Kida-san Black. Iconic racer, anniversary banner, I guess. I'm really happy that I got her. She's one of my favorites. The anime is pretty cool because the first 3 seasons were following the career of a different racer, right? It was a different racer every season. First it was Special Week, then Tokai Teo, then Kida-san Black. And then they changed it up so that we are now heavy focusing on one person's career so they can really flesh it out. In this case being Oguri Cap. Oguri is the main character of Cinderella Grey season 1 and season 2. And if there's gonna be a season 3, very strong likelihood it's gonna be her again. Which I kind of like. I like that it's focusing on one person's career. And it is very wholesome. It is very funny. There's rivalries. This shit made me cry. Every season of Uma Musume has made me cry. I'm not ashamed to say that. The first season didn't really, because it was not that good. It was okay, but it was the first season. The second season had me crying. The third season, cried. Oguri, season 1, multiple times crying. Season 2, multiple times crying. Tears, bro. It's amazing. All of Cinderella Grey's about Oguri Cap. The manga was peak. I do want to read the manga. Isn't still Sin Grey hinting that Inari 1 is going to be the new pro tag? Word? I haven't finished it. I am right after the iconic Arima Kinen with this one. I liked this Uma's design, and then I actually watched the anime. Yo, Tamamo Cross is a monster. This thing is a demon. Tamamo Cross is like a legend, dude. It's amazing. And like, I would not know about this stuff, and I would not have looked it up on my own if not for Uma Musume. So yeah. But you know what? Enough grab assing. Let me show you guys what the actual game is, because we've been yapping about it. We haven't actually played it. I want you guys to know, Trackblazer, this shit is hard and complicated. So if I fail, be nice. It's hard. It's very hard. We're gonna just do auto. I don't really like, we're just gonna do a nice little playthrough. Kita-san is very difficult because she is a front runner, which means that her strategies are going to be very, very, very different compared to what most other characters will play like. Another thing that really sucks is that these are the support cards. They all do like individual little things. She's probably the best speed card in the game right now, but because I'm using her, I can't use her card. So we gotta switch to a different deck, which sucks because she's a really good card. Do you have me on Uma? I don't know. Uma career runs were beating my ass in, so I needed to stop for a while. Well, Trackblazer is way harder. I've done it and I've made like my strongest Umas out of it, but it's not easy. It's hard as fuck. Fellas, let me know if I need to raise the volume or not. Trackblazer is a new career mode where there is a significantly smaller emphasis on training and a significantly larger emphasis on racing. So where you would only enter your Umas in races as needed and like for skills mostly or for epitaphs, the Trackblazer is the opposite. You race to get currency for items, and you use these items during the career mode. Oh, this is how Umas are born, I guess. It's hard. It's fucking hard. I will show you guys. I've been wanting to do an Uma stream, so this is perfect. Thank you guys. Owens, thank you for bringing it up. And Sweet, thank you for your curiosity. Hopefully this hasn't pushed you away. Check this shit out. So the first couple of turns in Trackblazer, this is your job, by the way. The way that it works in Uma Musume, you always play as a perspective of the trainer. You are assigned one of these Uma Musumes, and you will train them to be the best racer that they can possibly be. Throughout that, you will increase your friendships, you will increase the values that each of the individual trainings does, and all of the stats matter. They updated the game months ago. Guts is no longer useless. Every fucking stat matters, and there are some Umas that you will want to focus one stat over another. Like, because Kita-san is a front runner, speed is the most valuable thing. Stamina, obviously, too, because, of course, she's a fucking mile and medium runner. I don't think she's a long runner. So she will have a lot of races that she has a high aptitude for that cause her to want to invest in distance. Right? I think in my, like, the team trial stuff, I think I have her set as a... What the fuck do I have her set as? I think she's my medium runner. Either mile or medium. But I'm pretty sure it's medium. And right now, you see what I'm doing? I'm focusing on the friendships, because when I do have to click on friendships during the main part of the career, I want to have the rainbows pop off. Because if I don't, we're not gonna get good growth. I'm losing a lot of like good early game like skill stuff in exchange for good long-term growth, if that makes sense. You're getting insane luck on these friendship trainings, kind of. Like there is a strategy here where like I would love to give her more stamina, but I'm not getting any friendship bonuses. So fuck it. I could get 2 here. I could get 2 here. I could get 3 here, and it's speed, which is her most important stat, but it's an 11% failure rate. For those of you who play Pokemon, 10% failure means fucking 30%. I could click on this and lose it. But you know I'm gonna take that risk. There you go. But I will not risk it further because I will lose that shit. I've lost 3%. 3%, bro. I've lost a 3% roll on training, and that shit made me want to send her straight to the Elmer's factory myself. But yes, I haven't even started Trackblazer or played. I just log in for the daily rewards. No, bro, you should have been playing. They're giving the rainbow shards away all the time. Like, you have to do 1,000,000 points in the event so that you can get the rainbow shards, and then you take those rainbow shards. Those are basically extra copies of the, Those are extra copies of, like, your support cards. Anyway, if Kita-san Black, because she's a front runner, if she is unable to break through the pack at the very beginning of the race, she's kind of fucked. She is not a power Uma, she is a front run, like, get away from me nightmare who can accelerate at the end of a race. If she's stuck in the mid or back, you've lost the race. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. Now, this is the maiden race. Yeah, look, even her own abilities are about navigation. All of these skills allow her to get to the front of the pack easier. And that is the most important thing with Kita-san and with frontrunners in general. Normally, I would just skip through, but this is Trackblazer. I've lost the first fucking race. In Trackblazer, I've lost the first race. I'm not ashamed to say it because it's hard as fuck. So because Trackblazer, here's another thing. You're gonna be doing like dozens of races. I'm gonna put it on double speed because we're gonna be watching this a lot, okay? We're gonna be watching this a lot. Now, again, the first race is always against a bunch of plumbers. Like these are the people that Michael Jordan, like his era, played in. So you shouldn't lose. But Trackblazer's fucking hard. Which means that you could lose. Look, who the fuck is this nobody that is like coming up from behind? Victory cheer. That's her ult. She's still in second place, but she should be able to blitz past. Who the fuck is that, bruh? She's widening the gap. She's widening the gap. Kita-san's on the inside corner. We're dueling with a rando. So yeah, to explain the changes that they made in the game, no fucking way. Are you deadass? Trackblazer's fucking hard. We got second. So, here is what makes Trackblazer so difficult. The gains that you make from training, like the literal training, are really hard. Like, you... on a normal playthrough, you could get like 20 to 30 on like the very beginning trainings. In Trackblazer, you don't gain shit from training. That's why I was focusing on friendship, because that makes it more valuable, but you don't get shit from training. Trackblazer, here's it is. You gain currency for how well you do in the race, in every race. So you're encouraged to race a lot. And so you gotta use these items. This one's not that good. You use the items to raise your stamina, your stats, your friendship, your bonuses. You use the shop for everything. It is not that uncommon to lose your first race in Trackblazer. So I'm not upset. I fully expected this. This was like well within parameters. But it does suck ass. Like I said, you do a lot of races, so for this one, this is just a repeat of the maiden race. I'm just gonna skip. She should win this. She should win this. Yeah, look at what a fucking difference it is. Bro, I got scared. The one on the outside looked like she was about to blitz. There you go. So we went in first. There you go. But yeah, so Uma Musume, the best way to describe it, it's a roguelike. You are taking one of your characters, you are putting them through a career mode, and then hopefully during that career, you get lucky, you roll high, you unlock some good skills, and then you can take those characters and put them into PvP mode. Trackblazer offers some like extremely skill heavy characters because you're gonna be racing a lot, which means you're gonna get a shit ton of skill points, which means that the characters that come out of Trackblazer are the ones with like the craziest skills. There's also unique skills that you get through Trackblazer too, so that's why it's so valuable. Where the hell is my agenda? I had an agenda for Oguri, who I was training, but I think I can load this in for Kita-san and it'll be about the same. We'll see. Give me the log. So like I said, you want to race a lot. You need to race a lot because the bonuses you're going to get from training are going to be pitiful. They're not going to be very good. You can also do a max of 2 races back to back. If you do a third one, you run the risk of your Uma getting injured. I have never had an Uma get injured, and I don't want to know what happens, to be honest. I'm good. I don't want to know. And then I did get a little distracted while I was talking. They did a thing where we're gonna save points here. This is not that good. The coaching megaphone, not that good. They did a thing where Guts is now not only like, okay, if your Uma runs out of stamina, you're gonna rely on your Guts as like a secondary tank of like stamina. But on top of that, they also made it so that when you and an Uma are competing for the same like positioning, like, okay, Kita-san wants to be a front runner. That means that she wants to be in the top of the pack. If there was an Uma that was next to me fighting me for position of like being in the front of the pack, then your Guts activates and then you duel, and whoever wins the duel will get that positioning. So now that Guts has an important factor on positioning, it is a stat that matters. It doesn't activate all the time, but it matters, and that's the thing that makes it scary. That doesn't mean invest in Guts all the time, but it does mean shit like this. If you see a little thing on the top right that says, there, dueling. So now our Guts have activated, and whoever has more Guts, is that fucking Air Groove? This shit hard, bro. 5th? I thought I got 2nd. And then there's Meijiro Duper. It's hard. It's very hard. I have had way more success with Oguri, Tamamo, Symboli Rudolph, but Kita-san is a front runner, and I don't do well with front runners. Like Bourbon, Mihono Bourbon, I have trouble building her. Kita-san, she's built almost the same exact way as Mihono Bourbon. And so it's quite the fucking... It's a problem, okay? But it is expected. This is a very hard game mode, and I'm getting very unlucky with the items too. Item like usage is mad important in this game mode, because the items that you get in the shop will determine how well your career goes. If I'm not getting like stat boosting items, I'm fucked. So there you go. Taking the lead activates. That means that Kita-san is very easily going to get into first place. She's on the inside corner, which is good. We are running. I think this is... I didn't even look. It's not a sprint, right? I think this is a mile. But we have like burst-ass Umas. Like, you see this one right here? The tiny little one? That's Nishino Flower. She is a sprint demon. And she is on my tail. Oh my god. She activates that a little early in my opinion, but okay. And we've activated our ult. That's going to give us a little more velocity, but Nishino Flower is right next to us, and she's overtaken us. No, she hasn't. She's going to. And now the positioning has gone away. We are dueling with Nishino Flower, and she beats me. This shit is hard, bro. Fuck Bourbon, her career is pure cortisol spikes. So you know what I mean? Like, if I went to Oguri or Tamamo Cross, I'm gonna be honest, their careers are easy as fuck. It's not because they're inherently like better Umas or anything. Careers are not built the same. All Umas have different careers. Some of them have really easy fucking careers, like Sakura Bakushin. You can literally be brain dead, pressing speed the entire time, and you will win Bakushin's career. You will win Bakushin's career. But with Kita-san and Mihono Bourbon, because they're front-running, long-distance racers, it's fucking hard. It is so hard. So here's the cool thing. You can buy energy items. You can buy support. I don't really care about race fan gain, except I do have Narita. What's her name? Not Narita Top Gun. Narita Top Road. There's a horse named Narita Top Road who looks like the most main character fucking Uma of all time. She has a thing where, like, if you reach a certain amount of fans, you will get buffs on something. I don't remember all the details, but you actually want to have a certain amount of fans. Ooh, that's some good gains. See? That's what I'm talking about with gains, right? So because it's early in the career and we are not winning first place, here's what I'm gonna do. Energy 20, training stat 40. We're gonna consume drugs. And now Kita-san is gonna be juiced up. So look at the gains on this. 34 plus another 40%. So she just gained like 50 something on speed in one move. And I used the stamina, which means we could do it again. Because the item lasts for 4 turns, was it? I'm gonna need a little bit more of this, so I'm gonna ignore the rainbow because I'm gonna run out of stamina. Hi, bunny! How are our ponies doing? We're gonna make the strongest warhorse in history. This is Kita-san Black, the one on the right. She is a legendary super Uma, and she just came out like last week, and she's one of my favorite characters from the anime. And we're just trying to make her the strongest as she can be. Now we're gonna click on speed. Realistically, I should be doing more races, but I have plenty of items. I want to make the most of what I've got. I want this. This came from Narita Top Road. Firm Course Menace. It's just a really good fucking skill to have. Her card was good. Yeah, that's the problem. Because Kita-san Black is probably the best speed card in the game for now. The problem is that because I'm using her, I can't use her card anymore. Which, believe it or not, that is like one of the downsides of using Kita-san Black. Awesome horse. It sucks that, oh, late start. But can we make up for it with our skills? Because remember, she wants to be a front runner. So we had a bad start, but we're in first place. We got 2 other front runners, and we're in third. We're in first. Remember, these aren't even G1 races. That's the scariest part. This is not a G1 race, but we're losing to the plumbers. Why are we losing to the plumbers, excuse me. No Professor of Curvature, we're cooked. Well, actually, I'm glad you say that, Vaughn. There are a couple of other cards that can give you Professor of Curvature, but I'm not sure I have them in here. I also think that, like, you can get certain skills. Like, there are skills that you can get. Oh my god, that's fucking TM Opera. Yeah, see how we did all that training and it paid off? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, for, what was this, a G2 race? For a G2, they had some monsters in this race. Narita Bryan is a very strong Uma. Also, I should have pointed this out. In this game mode, they introduced the rival mechanic, where I think you get extra, not extra skill points, you get extra skill hints. You get extra skill hints when you do better than your rival in a race. And your rival is a different Uma. It's a random Uma that's in the race every time. So as an example, I'm not going to race again. I'm going to click on race. See here? G1, Hanshin Turf, Turf, Mile, Rival Racer. Who's my rival? There you go. Win against rivals to raise attributes and get skill hints. Defeat the most capable opponents. Trainer as well. It's Nishino Flower. Remember the really short Uma that busted my ass earlier? She is now my rival in the Hanshin Juvenile Fillies. I don't think I'm going to take her on, though, because that's a G1 and she's fast as shit. She is better built for short distance because she's a tiny little monster. Also, there's a setting in the game that allows you to consume those without having to fucking confirm it every time. Can I please go to that? Skip first time event, track where in non-G1, display epithet, selecting rest. Here we go. You will not be prompted to confirm. Oh, it's this. You will not be prompted to confirm purchases. There. Okay, we're good. I have two options. I could either rest or I could go for the hopeful stakes in the next turn. I think I will rest. And then we'll go for the hopeful stakes in tomorrow's race. And pray that we have built Kita-san to blast. That's 7,000 fans. That's not that much, but the more fans I can have earlier, the better. So we're going to use our glow sticks so that we get 50% boost on how many fans we get out of this. Are you guys tracking? I hope you're all taking down notes. Oh no, not Narita Taishin. You know what? This is a G1 race, which means that it's gonna be like kind of cool. I'll let this one play out the whole way. Also, fellas, if I need to raise the volume, please let me know. It's a little quiet on my end, but that's how I like it. I'm gonna put it up to like 18%, maybe a little more. Let me know if that's too loud, not loud enough, and we will adjust accordingly. May the best racist win. So we still have a bunch of plumbers, even though this is a G1. But I do see some iconic faces. We got Winning Ticket, Tosin Jordan, Narita Taishin. Keep your eyes out for the one in the pink. There's someone with a, like, yeah, keep your eyes out for the one in the pink with the white fur on the collar. Her. And the Avril Lavigne flannel. Keep your eyes on her, because she's a fucking beast. She's one of my favorites. Alright, so Tosin Jordan. There's Narita Taishin right there. You see where my cursor is? A Winning Ticket and Gold Chip. Gold Chip is another one that you can never underestimate. But she likes to be like a late surger end runner, so she'll probably be back here until like the last third of the game. But keep your eyes out for this one. You see the one my cursor's on? The one in the pink? When we get to this part of the race, like right here, fucking Narita Taishin's gonna blast away. It's fucking hype. Can't get over the this is just horse racing but for weaves. Dude, it does money though. That's the crazy part. It is exactly what you said. But it does money. And it is also hype as shit. There she is! She's making her move. She's on the outside corner, which is beneficial to me, but she is gonna try to make her move. Oh, look at that gap! Wait. Kita-san, wait. Oh no, she's right there, she's right there, she's right there, she's right there. Oh god, she's right there. End the race! Stop the count! Stop the count! Stop the count! Stop the count! Dude, Uma's so scary. It's the hypest thing when yours is like an end runner that gets hype as shit and like blasts through everybody in the last second. It's the opposite feeling when you're a front runner going for like staying in first place the whole time. It's fucking scary, dude. So, as expected, Narita Taishin came in second place. I thought she was gonna beat me. We won by 1 1/4 lengths. I was the #1 favorite, she was the #2 favorite. Horrific. There's no way the Yakuza haven't put cement shoes on debtors over this game. Dude, Japan loves their gacha, but everybody loves Uma Musume. You should watch the anime. Like, Sweet, I know you love JoJo. I don't know if you'd like Uma Musume, but I don't see a reason why you wouldn't. Holy hell, why she put on the jets at the last minute? Because her strategy, because there's strategy too. It's not just RNG, like there is strategy at play. There are 4 different strategies that you can do where it's front runner, pace chaser, late surger, and end closer. End closers are the ones that conserve the most stamina because they intentionally try to run at the back of the pack, so they consume the least amount of stamina, and so they have all the fucking energy to burn right at the end of the race. And when I say right at the end, I literally mean like the last quarter of the race is when all of the end closers just turn on the fucking switch. It is so scary. Meanwhile, Kira-san is the opposite. She is a front runner, which means that she wants to maintain control of being the first place the whole fucking race. You can also see why it's so scary being a front runner, because like some of these Umas, dude, they got the jets. Like, oh, Guri is usually a pace chaser, but she could be a really strong late surger. Narita Taishin's a strong end closer, so is Goldship, so is Tamamo Cross. Tamamo Cross might, maybe, I could be wrong about this, Tamamo Cross might be the strongest end closer in the game. I actually have one of Tamamo Cross's skills, because she's like one of the ones I inherited, but slightly bolt down the track when well positioned or aiming for the front of from mid pack on a straight in the second half of the race. So she just activates, and in the anime it's cool as shit. It's like white lightning all around her and everything just freezes in place, and then she just hits the fucking jets. It's amazing. It's very cool. It's very flashy. Uma Musume gets hype. Uma Musume gets very hype. Yo, Manhattan Cafe. But yeah, this is a G2. I'm not expecting to lose here. And you know what's another cool thing? Like I said, Track Blazer, you race a lot. I'm gonna tell you guys something. You don't have to watch the entire race. The first like 70% of a race is just fighting for positioning. See, look, spot struggle. Number 8 wants to compete with Kita-san for front runner. I don't know what she's smoking because we're not gonna let her have it. You don't have to watch the whole race, because if you press the skip button right now, it'll go to the part that matters. When it gets to this 70% mark, all of the Umas are going, time to make my move. I think that's Agnes Tachyon, very strong, like late racer. But there you go, see? So I knew she was gonna win, that's why I sped it up. We don't have to watch the whole thing every time, but for the G1 races, I will watch the whole thing. If it's a G2 or below, we can just skip to the fucking like 70% mark. Tachyon is a goated one too. Isn't Agnes Tachyon have like 100% win rate on their races? They were one of those with like an extremely brief career, but like straight undefeated gasolina the whole way. It's fucking crazy. Dude, some of this shit is mad cool. Like, there really was a damn horse that just won everything ever. Like, that's how people talk about, well, Tamamo Cross was a beast too, but there is an Uma that is coming to the game, not anytime soon for us, like, Westerners, but in Japan, there is a... How do I explain this? It's like the Michael Jordan of horse racing, except it's happening right now. There is a horse in Japan. I'm not talking Uma Musume, I'm talking real life. There is a real life horse called Forever Young who is like blasting through the competition. Like, Forever Young makes it look easy. And this is a real life horse that is actively racing right now and is like breaking records left and right. It is already a legendary horse, has not even retired yet. And they announced on, I think the game's 3rd anniversary. I don't know how long the game's been out, but for the event anniversary in Japan, they announced that Forever Young is an Uma Musume. And I think they did something really cute. They did something really cute with Forever Young, where they revealed what Forever Young looks like, and they incorporated Forever Young's trainer and owner, because he wears like sunglasses. This is what Forever Young looks like in Uma Musume. This is like, they just revealed the design. Boom! So this is her like academy uniform. This is her racewear. If nepotism was a horse, it's Forever Young. This is, the real life horse was born on the same day that Uma Musume came out. And it's like Shohei, she's the Shohei Ohtani of Uma Musume. It is a legend that is still active. This is like an insane fucking Uma. So you already know she's gonna be game breaking, but we're not there yet. There's also 2 Umas that are like Giga limited, and it makes me so sad because I swear to God that I loved their designs before I knew that they were like Giga limited. And now I'm sad because I feel like a bandwagoner. I just think they have cool designs. And I'm gonna show them to you guys because I think they look dope as shit. You guys already know who they are. These are 2 of my favorite Umas, right? We got, and I'm gonna show them very quickly before the race begins because it's about to begin. This is Gentle Dana. Right here. Gentle Dana, amazing design, maybe the strongest Uma ever. Love, 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 love. Can't wait for her to come to the game. And then the other one is Orfèvre, who is considered like on that same level as TM Opera O, where they're considered like the emperor. Like this is horse royalty basically. Like ain't nobody beating her basically. Well, in real life, but also in Uma Musume. Like these like unbelievably dominant fucking horses. Unfortunately, both of them are like the only limited Umas in the game, but they're also my favorite designs before I knew that. She also ends her sentences with Yon. She looks so sassy. Bunny, which one? Gentle Dana or Forever Young? Because Forever Young is like, they have to inject personality into them because obviously they don't exist. Like, they have personalities, but they're horses. Speaking of personality, did you see who got 2nd place? There's a horse called Simbali Rudolph. Another extremely, another real life like beast who like made history. And I think they did a really cool thing in Uma Musume where like the real life horse doesn't speak English. So Simbali Rudolph has really awful English because the real life horse didn't speak English. And I think it's a cool little detail like that they do that like we need to appreciate. Here's the other Uma, by the way. Tell me this is not a 10 out of 10 design. Orfèvre. This is like the coolest Uma that I've ever seen. And I'm very sad that she is limited. So literally like you either get her while her banner is available or you're just not gonna get her. Sorry. But yeah, look at this design, dude. This is fucking phenomenal. So it's probably my favorite design for an Uma. Orfèvre, and then Gentle Dana. Almond Eye? Yeah, Almond Eye is another one. I think the most G1 wins out of any, almost. Almond. They did actually show what Almond Eye's design is like, which it took a while, but there you go. The most winningest horse in Japanese history, except of course behind Satoru Gojo and Forever Young. But yeah, Almond Eye, another one to look out for because it's a seriously like prestigious Uma. Oh! Oh, wait, I gotta show you guys something hilarious. You remember how I said every Uma has like their own career? Almond Eye Uma Musume career. Please, dear God, tell me that I have this. Please, dear God, tell me that I have this. I have them. Come on, 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 come on. Ah, okay. This is extremely funny. When you do a career, when you do a career in Uma Musume, every single Uma has their own unique career that reflects the actual real life career of the horse that the Uma is based off of. Are you guys tracking? So, Almond Eye, fuck, I'm trying to find it. I'm not gonna find it. Almond Eye's career is literally every single milestone on her career has to be, I got first place. I got first place, I got first place, I got first place, I got first place. If you get second place or below in any race at any point doing Almond Eye's career, the career is over. And I think that's hilarious because the real life Almond Eye was like the most winningest horse in history. Except for Satoru Gojo. But you get the point, like it is fucking crazy. The amount of love that they put into this fuck ass like series. Also, the anime is really good. I'm not afraid to say it, man. I cried watching the anime. Sometimes it's because I'm crying laughing. Sometimes it's because I'm crying because they hit me in the feels. But you get the point. Anyway, I think we're out of the woods. We have built our Kita-san to be strong enough to like maybe not fumble the bag. We got another late start. You love to see it. Who do we have to look out for here? I see Sakura Chiono. I see Agnes in second place. Oh God, I see El Condor and Agnes Digital. Damn, they got both the Agneses in here. Yeah. Cinderella Grey got me in the feels. It's good. It's really good. It's hype, man. I don't want to spoil it in case someone here hasn't watched it and like might get convinced to because I'm playing this, but the anime is phenomenal. The Gunner Digital, dude. I did a no. Please tell me you guys were watching the screen. We won by a head. Oh my God. That's awesome. That's awesome. Please tell me you guys saw that. We literally won by a head. You almost got Passad? It's her fucking name. Dude, by 1 second, she would have had me. That's a good race. GG's, Condor. Shake my hand. Oh, that was a good race. That was a really good race. I'm actually gonna start the anime tomorrow since my niece is on spring break. Alright, a little advice. Season 1, I'm not gonna say don't do Cinderella Grey right off the bat, but it will be very hard for you to go back if you start with Cinderella Grey. If I were you, I would start, and Vaughn, back me up on this or feel free to disagree, I need opinions. If I'm telling someone to get into Uma Musume, I would say start at, this is gonna sound so weird me saying it out loud. Start at Uma Musume Pretty Derby. That's the first season of the anime. Then, if you like season 1, season one's a little like, I'm not gonna say it's mid, but it's not that crazy. It's good, but it's not that crazy. If you like season 1, everything beyond that is so much better. Season 2, incredible. Season 3, incredible. And then after you get through that, you can probably watch the movies, and they're pretty good. You can look those up. There's a couple little specials here and there. Animation quality through the roof. And obviously, like, Cinderella Grey is a must-watch. Even if you don't like season 1 of Pretty Derby, you must watch Cinderella Grey. There is so much to watch. It is so good. Damn, we got some hitters on this. Look, spot struggle because I'm racing. Look, two fucking front runners right there. Which means that Bourbon is gonna try her ass off to not let me pass her. which is not good for me. I might get blocked the whole fucking race. So, if there is an Uma in front of yours for position, let's go! If there is an Uma that is like blocking your positioning, you need to have power. The more power your Uma has, the more ability they have to break through. Look, now they're fighting for it. Now we pass Bourbon. Bourbon is trying to go from the outside to pass us on the inside. But we activate our ult. There's Tokai Teo featuring. And I don't... Okay, Bourbon can still pop ult and possibly catch up to us. It is not a guarantee. We're in a really good position. Chiono's coming from the... Damn, look at that gap! Look at the gap! Look at the gap! We got it. Oh, we fucking swept them. Oh my god. Power but guts too because they duel. Yes and no. If it because you can fight for positioning without triggering duel. Triggering duel means that now guts is being measured in the background to see who will get the position. Like right there, at no point in this race did we trigger dueling, but me and Bourbon were fighting for position. 7 links. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. But yeah, me and Bourbon were fighting for the same position. We're both front runners, and she didn't get it, but we didn't trigger duel. You don't want to trigger duel because guts. It doesn't feel good to invest in guts. That's all I'll say. Like it matters, but man, it does not feel good. All right, we are coming to the point where we're about to hit summer vacation. This is where your Uma can make like the biggest gains in their stats. Is it like how my hero was at first? Mods, ban Owens for 10 minutes for that one. I'm kidding, of course, but I understand what you're saying. Like, season 1 is a little like... It's not bad, it's just not crazy. And I think that's fair. They were trying to find out, like, what kind of anime are we gonna be? What kind of quality? What kind of story? And I think literally by season 2, they figured it out. The very first episode of season 2 had me, like, genuinely nervous over like Tokai Teo's well-being. You know what I mean? Like, I know how that sounds. I was like, oh no, dude. Because in case you didn't know, Tokai Teo had like, they were extremely injury prone. So imagine a whole season of an anime where your main character is injury prone. I'm not gonna spoil shit, but season 2 gets fucking emotional. And then season 3 is similar. Different reasons and everything, but very similar. So it's like, and then Cinderella Grey, bro. Oh my god. Oh, that's the new one. Who is that? Who is that? That's Mejiro Bright, I think. The one in like the teal dress. And then there's Condor, probably running a Pace Chaser. Oh dear god. Dude, I get so scared watching Condor because she is fast. And then you see the one in the pink and white? That's TM Opera O, Super Giga Legendary Uma, who is accelerating really fucking fast. I did say I wasn't gonna say, hey! Hey! Okay, thank god. Dude, she's catching up though. You see it, right? Look at where TM Opera is. And Kita-san just activated her own ult. Ooh, widen that gap, widen that gap. They're not catching up. They're not catching up. I think we got it. Oh my god. Okay, we've built a good Kita-san. We've built a good one. I was nervous for a while there. Also, if you're wondering why she's doing that, her dad was like a festival performer, like a singer. So she is very heavily influenced by that, which is why she does that. Also, I'm skipping through like the best part. Sweet, are you still in here? Because I want to tell you some shit. There was a full quarter of the arcade that was virtual horse racing. It has to be Uma Musume now. Dude, imagine Uma Musume arcade games. Holy shit. Fellas, nobody spoil it for Sweet. If he's still in here, we need to show him the post-race. He doesn't know what happens at the end of a race, does he? Are you in for a treat, my friend? You're in for something truly swiggity. We don't need this. How much is this? 60? This is really strong. 70? We can forego the grilled carrots for this. This is a really strong item. The megaphone gives you a fat boost to your gains. And like I said, summertime is like fat gains. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do energy 40 so that we're almost maxed out. We're gonna do not the empowering megaphone now. We're gonna do it later because we don't have any rainbows. Here's what I'll do. Stamina ankle makes it so that we consume more energy, but we gain more from training. See the little stars above it? That wasn't that much gain, but it adds up over time. And we do need more stamina, otherwise we're gonna get cooked. That looks like some good gains. So here's what we're gonna do. Empowering megaphone. Training stat gains 60% for 2 turns. Control, hello! I should have pinged you in the Discord, dude. I know you were curious about an Uma Musume stream. Check this shit out. We're doing the new game mode called Track Blazer, where it's just race the whole time. Welcome in. How you doing tonight, homie? So you see the yellow stars above the gains? This is like extra gains from the megaphone that we activated. Now we have a 19% chance of failure. Look at those gains, by the way. Good lord. So, here's where the new shit, like this game mode, kicks in. We're gonna use another energy drink or whatever to guarantee that we don't fail, because those are some fat gains, right? This is a huge jump in speed. Huge jump in speed. Now, theoretically, we should fail the next training because, like, we're low again. I kind of want more stamina. So here's what I'm going to do. This is why this shit is so cool. Good luck charm. You can use this. It makes it so that your failure rate just automatically turns into 0. You could have 0 stamina. Activate that shit. It'll still make you pass no matter what. However, it is a pretty good item, so I'm just gonna use another energy drink to make sure that we just don't fail. And I think I'm gonna click, these gains would be nice, but I need more stamina. So there you go. That's 4 consecutive summer training sessions. Still don't have many good skills that I want to give her. Maybe this, just to like... She needs more stamina skills. We already have movement skills. We already have 2 ults that activate when I'm in first. So I think we're good. And we don't have like crazy races for a while. I could race just to get some more items. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to have her race another one. Some great gains right there. Those were some really good gains. I'm going to skip this race because like we don't really need to do it. We got first place. I'm not surprised. Be Seeking the Pearl by 5 lengths. Is Seeking the Pearl like a plumber, or is Seeking the Pearl a real Uma? I don't actually know. I would assume it's a real Uma, because she has like too good of a design to be an NPC. Real Uma? That's what's up. It's hard to tell sometimes, because even the fake Umas that are like pack filler are still very well designed, which throws me off a lot. And I'm like, who is this, bruh? Alright. We could do another race, but I'm saving... Yeah, you know what? Let's do another one. We'll do another G2. These are real easy for us. Ines Fujin, doesn't matter. She's a good, like, short distance runner, and we're doing medium, so this should be fine. Let's go. Yeah, there's a lot going on. And then, like, if you look at what the skills actually do, this is mad intricate. There are skills that only activate a certain distance away. There are multipliers that activate, like, during certain thresholds. There's a lot that goes into Uma Musume. Like, a lot. It's fucking crazy. Ooh, hold on. I already have practice perfect. I kind of want the megaphone, and we could increase our friendship for better gains, and we'll do this. And the guts. I'll give her the guts. All right. So you see how we have 0 perfect. We have 0 energy right now. If I were to look at these, that's a good gain, but so is this one's decent. You want that. And it's super freak, so I want that. We're gonna do these, not that. Yes, this, because we don't use these too often. So, with no energy at all, we're gonna use the good luck charm. I need stamina. I can't get greedy. Boom. Oh. Moshi mosh. There you go. So with no stamina, 100% success rate to pass the training. And that's Trackblazer. You do your best in the races, you use the currency to buy items that practically feel like cheating when you're playing the game. We're also gonna do race stat gain 20%, race fin, because I'm pretty sure it's a G1, so it's gonna be like... I should have used it later, but that's okay. The Tenno Show is gonna be another hard one. Oh, Big Head. I lose very often to Biwa, which is the white-haired, purple-clothed Uma with the giant head. That one. Good lord, look at her fucking head! It's literally a big head, bro. Uh-oh. Do you guys see Silent Suzuka? The one in the green that's next to me? This is an Uma that loves to, like... I forget what her ult, like, not her ult, her, like, unique ability is. I think it's called, like, Unrestrained. Silent Suzuka, the redhead, well, orange hair, she is like a front runner nightmare. She just wants to fucking sprint as hard as possible. Meanwhile, number 3 in the black, the one with the purple hair, that's Mejiro McQueen. That's the stamina monster. So we got the fucking speed monster and the stamina monster, but it's not enough. These are all pretty solid Umas that we're up against now. Like, when it comes to the G1s, they are not holding back. Oh, damn. Her big ass head must have gotten in the way. Big head Randy? I'm not ashamed to say, back in my day, when we were younger, calling someone big head used to be flirting. If a girl said to you, they came up to you, they were like, hey, big head. Oh, you know you got it in the bag, homeboy. A girl call you big head? You're a fucking champion. I'm not getting very good skills, or at least I'm not getting skills that are beneficial to her. Thunderbolt Step is okay. Moxie might help me. And Restart. I want more stamina skills because we are gassed. We got some points though. Yes! Yes, these came at the perfect time. So we're gonna give her some power. Any training items? No. Send it! There you go. So do you guys understand how Trackblazer works? It's very different from how the normal game mode works, where you don't really have to race too much. You only do the mandatory races, and then the skill, like, you do the non-mandatory races if you need bonus skills, like if you just need more juice. Oh my god, I'm on the outside track. Excuse me. And look who's next to us. Mihono Bourbon. Who the fuck is this? This is Jane Uma Musume in third. Like I said, all Umas have different careers. Bakushin has an easy career. Haru Urara technically has an impossible career. Bourbon has a hard career. Kita-san I've only done Trackblazer with, so I know she has a fucking hard career. This is a hard career mode for her. For some reason, dude, front runners who also run long distance are very difficult for me to build. So there you go, we're fighting for first again. This will very likely go into a duel. Oh, never mind. We're gonna fucking blast past her using her own ability. She just got it. They just can't keep up at the end. So the craziest part, when you see them running at the first like 2/3 of the race, that's not them giving it their all. That's just them fighting for positioning. And then when you get to the last like 30-25% of the race, that is when they run like full force. I just realized the ult was just the vertical and not full screen. I didn't even think about that. Is that weird? Skip for some events, center stage, track wear. Is that a thing? This is a weird game. There's Marvelous Sunday. That's another one whose design I really like. I like Marvelous Sunday. What did I want? I wanted like Moxie. In case we run into any races that go uphill, which is literally just dependent on the turf. Ooh. Speed. We already have Practice Perfect, I believe, so we don't need to touch that. And it would be wasteful of us to do so. We're not gonna do another race, because we can't. We shouldn't, rather. Is this a rest day? Hashtag student athlete, hashtag no days off. That's not that much gain, so we're gonna do a rest. There's Akabono, tallest Uma, I think. Mid gains. Arima Keenan in 1 turn. So in this case, let's do this. Let's do recreation. Increase her fucking condition. Here's another thing that not everybody might realize. 2 things affect this. You see the pink grate on the upper right? It affects 2 things. 1, it makes it so that you just have higher RNG when you are in a race. If your Uma's condition is like the lower it is, the worse they literally do. It affects it, but not like a lot, but it does affect it. You can't pretend it doesn't. Also, our rival in this race is Twin Turbo. Twin Turbo is a funny one because she is a freak that doesn't care about stamina, strategy, power, guts, nothing. She literally just cares about speed. I'm about to get Twin Turbo'd. No! I want you guys to know she's like a joke. She's a cool Uma in the anime, but she's like a joke Uma. She's not supposed to be good. She's only good in sprints. And we're losing to both of them. Nah, I have faith. We'll activate skills and it'll be cool. Alright, Kita-san. We're at the last bit of the race. Any minute now. Here we go. It's game time. Alright, and we're in first. And we have completely obliterated them. Is that Mayano Top Gun? Nah, we got that shit. You know, look, the gap gets wider. We've built a pretty good Kita-san. Was that 5 lengths? Hello? 10 minutes? Okay. Alright, no problem. That was my 10-minute warning that we're about to have visitors. I hope she brings them in here. I want to see them. But yeah, there you go. So that was the Arima Keenan as one of the harder races in the game, but it is equivalent to like you hear the music? This is my favorite track in the game. I'm gonna just shut up and turn that shit up. Wait, is game mad quiet for you guys or no? Game does not sound that loud. I'm gonna leave it right there. This is a good track. When it gets to like the high notes, oh, this song is good, bro. Yeah, so I am stupid because I should have done it earlier. I'm not highlighting the best part of Uma Musume, which is after the races, they do a little something, but we'll get to that. We'll do this race. Is it gonna cut into the thing though? I think it does, right? Yeah, it's gonna cut the song. Never mind. We can skip this. This is G2. I think we win. Let's go! I remember what made me stop playing. Swimsuit Marzensky's career wrote my shit in. That's because Marzensky's another one. She plays a lot like Kida-san Black, where she is a front-running, medium-distance racer. Which means that she is going to be... It's almost like it's conflicting. Like, you want to be fast as shit, but you also need to build stamina, where there are some Umas that don't give a shit about building stamina. You should, like, overall, but you know, you can't get it all. You can't get it all. That's my point. You can't get it all. Marzensky was my first 3-star. She was also my first 3-star. I got a soft spot for Marzensky for that reason. Is this a G1? G2. Listen to the song. It's such a good song, but it only plays in the fucking training menu. We skipped this. It's a G2. I'm only gonna play the G1s because otherwise we'll be here all night. But yeah, Swimsuit Marzensky is another like mile medium runner, which means that you want to build her for distance, which is kind of hard. Her career was hard as hell. Stamina was exactly what I kept losing. Yep. Happens to all of us. Happens to all of us. I love this track, by the way. Do we have Charming? I don't think we do. I don't even remember what Charming does. But we'll buy it. Fuck it. We got the cheddar for it. And we got so many items, but we like... You don't just use the items willy-nilly. It really matters when you activate them. So let's look at our next... Okay, we can't... Yeah, let me see. G2, G2... So 2 turns. 2 turns. Okay. Let's do some training. Let's do 1 training. Yeah, see, look at these gains. So this is what makes Track Blazer so difficult. If you just try to train them the whole time, you're gonna lose. These are really awful gains for this late in a career, but it's not, I didn't fuck up. It's literally just, this is the game mode. They want you to... Perfect. No, we got slow metabolism. They want you to race in order to like minimize how bad the luck is on we'll do this to minimize the luck on your training, which is what makes Track Blazer so fucking difficult for people, is because like if you try to play it without racing a ton, you're gonna lose, you're gonna fall behind, you can't outstat what's going on. You guys get it? Now this shouldn't be too bad of a race because we're not even competing with anybody for front runner, which means Kida-san will very easily gain her her front running position. See? Also, did you guys notice that? It's another late start. My Kida-san, dumb as shit. Her career was hard as hell. Stamina is exactly why I kept losing. It's hard, man. But yeah, some careers are easier than others, but this is not one of them. We're gonna skip a little bit. Look at the gap. Look at the gap. Yippee! My God. Very dominant performance. We won by 5 lengths against our rivals. Give me that. Yeah, this is a good song. I am waiting for summer vacation, which should happen in the beginning of June, and we're in late March in the game. Nice. Give me some items, G. Yes. Sure. I think I have enough of these though, don't I? No. Power manual, hold on. Oh, fuck that. Give me this. That's good stuff. It's expensive stuff, but that's good stuff. Alright, summer in the game should be coming very soon. Yo, Swinging Maestro, that is a really strong skill. We gotta get that. Uh-oh. Alright, we have a problem. We have a problem. This next race is a long distance. Kita-san's aptitude is not perfect for it, but it is a 10-0 show, which means that it is worth it for me to try. I think it'll be fine. Send it! Fellas, I appreciate y'all joining me. This is a random Uma Musume stream, so I hope you guys find it entertaining. I think this game is hilarious. It is fun, it is charming. I have a good time with it. I don't really be spending money on it because like it is a very expensive game to play, so I free to play. I don't spend $1 on this shit. And I don't recommend you guys do either unless it's like a card you really want or an Uma you really want, but this is like one of the most predatory— who the fuck is this? This is one of the most predatory gacha games that you could play, so please spend your money wisely. Bro, who the fuck is this? Who is this rando ass Uma? Duo Scutum? And then Super Creek and Special Week behind that. This is sick. Oh hell no, we pop ult. Sorry, I have my phone up so that we could watch the YouTube chat. And then my phone fell and I forgot all about it. Hi YouTube! I think we got it. Oh my god. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. She beat me. Damn! That is quite the reversal, but like I said, Kita-san is not built for long distance. Mejiro Bright is. But that's okay. It happens, like literally, you can't win them all. The only gacha I spend any money on is Honkai, because that's still my GOAT. Star Rail, man. I'm gonna be skipping on Ashvale, because I have no interest in hunt characters. And his design isn't even all that. I like the animations on like his attacks and shit, but the character himself, he doesn't really strike me, you know? Ooh, another G1, and this one's a mile distance. Should we go for it? Hold on. We gotta get Swinging Maestro. If we get that, we're golden. This'll do. What the fuck? Dude, for a second, my menu was in Japanese. I don't speak that language anymore. I used to. I can't anymore. I forgot. You guys remember when I used to do Duolingo on stream? Those were good times, man. We knew a lot of people back then. Ugh. Definitely been interesting. I've been curious about the game and I've been seeing videos of it and the anniversary appear on my YouTube feed. It is a very popular thing that pops up like all the time. Even the algorithm, it shows it to me as well. Alright, this is a G1, but I think we'll be fine. Hopefully, probably be fine. It's been a good while since we've done Duolingo on stream. You know what the sad part is? That I used to do it, and then I stopped because I got lazy, but oh, ah! You know what? Let's run that back. You can't win them all, right? But you can certainly try. So you get 5 retries per career. Oh, still second place. But we did better than Kawakami there. Oh, we lost by a nose. I'll take that. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, apparently Duolingo, they're in some hot water right now because they have fired a ton of their staff and they have switched to make a lot of the AI they made a lot of the training AI. So it's AI based like language training. It's like, bro, that's not what I'm paying for. I paid for Duolingo. I liked Duolingo, and then y'all did all that BS, and it's like, come on, bro. It's not looking good. Damn.
私丈夫なのが取り柄のはずなんだけどな。一緒に頑張りましょうね。夏です。どんなメニューだってどんとこいですよ。やるわよ、合体魔法。力が力が入らない。私丈夫なのが取り柄のはずなんだけどな。それでは参りましょうか。力が入らない。私あれれ、なんだかクラクラするような。根性で頑張りましょう。あれれ、なんだかクラクラするよう。あれれ、なんだかクラクラするような。私のお助け対象はトレーナーさんです。だから見てください、この気合い。いつでも行きます。せいやそいやせいや。
注目の一番人気17番北サンブラック。
盛り上げていくよ。
さあゲートが開く。スペシャルウィークこうです。
感謝を込めて歌います。ってそれは後か。あれれ、お疲れ様です。トレーナーさん、本日は何を交換しますか？力が入らない。あれれ、力が入らない。
の1番人気10番
盛り上げていくよ。
日の丸スタート。
There's a witch running in the crowd. Look at the one in like the middle. Look, there's a girl in a witch outfit. You see her? Look at where my cursor is. I'm gonna try to find her for you guys. I think they're gone. Can I be a loud, ignorant jackass again? We don't have people over too often. I think we're good. I think we're good. That was the longest I've been quiet on stream. I think they're gone. Shit. Well, we're almost to the end of Kita-san Black's career. We have built her for like dummy speed. So it looks good. I thought you were gonna go all the way, and I don't need to. I don't want to. I think a stream where the people don't talk is fucking boring. I could do it as a gimmick, like as a joke for one stream, just stream ends when I talk. Like, I think that'd be funny. But maybe I'll do that when I'm like tired or sick, or like if I want like an excuse to end stream. That increases fatigue for rush runners ahead. No. No. Yes. Wait, no. I need to save up points for like this. The exclusive skills that happen at the end of a career they seem to be pretty powerful, so I don't want to fuck that up.
注目の1番人気14番北サンブラック
This time I'll let the music play because I keep forgetting to not skip so you guys can see the concerts. Let's see if a girlfriend can't like bring the birds in here or some shit. There's swinging maestro, which is like huge endurance recovery when you're running on a curve, like right now. There's the hill. Jesus Christ. That was an ass whooping. We beat them by distance.
感謝を込めて歌う
That wasn't even close.
それは後か
Ear? Are you able to like not bring them in, but is it like a big cage or something? See if we can't get these birds in here so I can eat them. I'm kind of hungry. I'm not gonna do that. Bum, ba, bum, ba, ba. I just skipped it again.
本日は何を交換しますか？ありがとうございます。大切に使ってくださいね。
You wanna show meowing?
Yeah.
Look at the kitty. He's meowy.
She was so scared.
Of course she was. Here, let's get her a treat. She didn't take them earlier when I gave them to her.
Really?
Treat for Meowie. See?
Yeah.
Look at her. It's an attack helicopter, Meowie. She don't want it. What if I pretended to eat it and then I like tried to give it to her? You think she'd care?
Maybe.
What are they, parakeets? You said my friend's birds. Ba 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 ba. Nice. What the fuck? Is it on messages? Lava. Yeah, there's some movement. There's some activity already. Was he trying to fuck with the birds?
ありがとう。あ、
We heard like a weird rustling
なん
noise.
だかクラクラする
Oops.
ような。
Yeah, you're good. Let me get him. This guy gets up to no good. Is lava,
力が入らない。
the big troublemaker. No treats for you.
今のが取り柄のはずなんだけどな。
Yeah, I think it's parakeets. I had parakeets growing up. Did I show that? We actually had parakeets, and then they had eggs, and they looked exactly like those two. It was like a yellow one and then a blue and white one.
So like this.
Yes, literally like exactly like those two. And then they had like 3 eggs, and all 3 of them became more parakeets.
Huh? Wow.
Mhm.
That's
力が入らない。
What is that?
sweet.
私
Oh.
力が取り柄のはずなんだけど
Yeah,
な。
I've never seen that before.
No.
This fucking guy. Love a bad kitty. Bad kitty. He's a bad. Look at this face. This is the face of a bad kitty.
あれ
Nothing but trouble. Look at him. Bad kitty. He be getting up to no good. Who's the kitty? Who's the kitty? Easy, is that like that?
力が入らない。
Stop being annoying, big dog. Look how I'm holding him, by the way. I'm holding him like weird, but he's just letting me. He's big now. Look at this. You guys ready? Look at this. Look at this. Look at how big he is. You ready? Ba, 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 ba. Look at this. He's a big guy. Oh, aren't you a big guy?
力が入らない私
Put him in a full
丈夫なのが
Nelson.
取り柄のはず
You ever put a cat in a full Nelson? You just gotta like arm bar. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. That'd be mean as shit. I could do it. He wouldn't be able to break out though. I want you guys to know that. I could put you in a full Nelson right now and you never get out. Do you realize that, Lava? You never get out. Get out of here. By the way, Meowie's behind me. She's in her like favorite spot.
私丈夫なのが取り柄のはずなんだけど
Oh, I did it again. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum. All right. So we are at the end of Kita-san's career. We already got a lot of really good skills, but we need to make sure that we save enough at the end of the career. Because if you get first place here, which is what all of this is like building up to, you get some good stuff. I can't exactly speak to how good the stuff is, but it's pretty good. Let's do one. Let's rest. Let's rest. That's a good rest. All right. So here's where it gets crazy. You're gonna do 3 races post like career, and then this one's gonna be super easy. Funny enough, I think that the races at the very end are really easy. All of the races up until then are really hard, especially the ones at the beginning. My God. So I'm gonna go a little faster because this one's easy. Okay. I don't think we're gonna lose to anybody here. See? It's not really close. So we'll skip through that because it's the first of the 3. Here's where it matters. So you'll do 3 races at the end. Depending on your position, you get points. See? Rudolph got second, so she gets 8 points. I got first, I get 10 points. You're gonna do 3, and by the end of the 3 races, whoever has the biggest point total... I should have been using those. Whoever has the biggest point total by the end of the career is like the Track Blazer Super Duper Star. And they get a unique ability called the Radiant Star right at the end here. That gives you some serious stat bonuses based on how many wins you had in your Track Blazing career. I'm gonna skip because like I know I'm gonna win it, bro. I know I'm gonna win it. I won't skip the last one. There you go. Look, same exact thing. We got first, Rudolph got second. If you make it to the end, you're very likely to just win the whole thing. I did it again. I didn't use my freaking item. I'm such a dumb chungus. 33-15, 17-7. Oh, these growths are ass. We'll do this because we could always use more stamina. Bum, 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 bum. Training item, racer. I could have used these the whole time, but no. I'm a fool. Alright, this one I'll let rock. This is the absolute last race. Our Kita-san's speed is damn near maxed out. We should be able to win this with like no difficulty, but let's let it rock. Uh-oh. Damn. They are not playing around, huh? Look at Suzuka, she's trying to get away with it all. Why did Kita-san fall all the way to 4th? Did we get fucked at the gate? That's not good. I don't think she'll be able to come back. Wait. Wait. Yo. I'm not mad at that. That's the whole team. That was actually really scary. Like, oh, I forgot to click watch concert. I'm so sorry. But there you go. 1-1-1. So we win the whole damn thing. And there you go, Radiant Star. So now if I did everything right, we can buy it. And then we don't need any of these, I'm pretty sure. Thunderbolt step might be nice, but I don't got the bread for it. And there you go. So that is one career for Trackblazer. They're hard. They're hard. Don't get it twisted. 1195, 924, 682, 551 on guts, 430 on wit. I think 430 is plenty. With the, especially like with the type of Kita-san that we were building up towards. And there you go. Oh shit. Guys, I think this is the strongest Kita-san I built. I think that's the strongest one I've built. Yeah. Holy! I'm glad I was able to do it on stream. That is a strong Kita-san. I think this is the strongest Uma like that I've ever made. Because again, I don't do like strong parents or anything like that. I literally just I auto on the parents, and then I try to build a deck that makes sense, but I don't look up like what's a good deck or anything. Like I just fucking vibes based. This was a well-crafted Kita-san. That makes me happy. Yeah, that's a giant boost to the team. See? The super ace. And then I did, yeah, Tamamo. Why does it not show me her number? That's kind of dumb, right? Whatever. The point is, all of them are above 10k except for my dirt runners, but I need to work on that. Damn! The only ones that I've done a Trackblazer career with are Oguri, Kita-san, Tamamo, and Symboli, and they're all A+. Everyone else is not A+, which means that I will work on bringing them to that level. But yeah, for those who don't know, when you win a race, I should just let it play. Boom. Whenever you win a race, you do a post-race concert. Because not only are they super track athletes, they're also dancers or performers, I guess. But they do a good job with it. There's a very wide range of tracks that play when you do this. This is one of my favorites. It's like very specifically her song in a way. In the anime, it's like tied to her. So that's why I picked this one. But there's a lot. And the game actually takes that into account. If you, because you can pick whoever becomes the like lead of the song or the two in the back. They actually swap the voice acting in the video to match the Uma, and if it is an Uma where like canonically it's their song, it will actually change to that voice actor basically. I was like stuttering through it, but you get the point. Like it actually does change to be who it is, especially if it's someone who the song is actually tied to. So yeah. Also in the anime, this song plays at a crazy moment that I was like, oh no, dude. It's so cooked. They did a great job. Funny enough, in the anime, they kind of downplay the music stuff unless it's something funny. Like, they showed a couple of their first times being on the stage. One girl tripped. One girl was like doing a very bad performance where she was like, it was like a pop song and she was singing it like it was rock. One girl just spaced the fuck out and just looked out at the crowd while everything else was happening. It's like, dude, sing. And then Oguri did like a very, very old school performance when it's like, that's not the energy we need here. Does it tell me who the, I don't think it tells me who is supposed to be the main character of the song. It's like, you either know or you don't. Winning the Soul is good. I wish I could tell you, but I don't. Maybe just looking at the cover will tell me. The concerts were so good. They put work into them. See, it's a different beat every time. Oh my god. Winning 5. I'm trying to find the... Do I not have this? I guess not. Maybe I do. Damn! The Mejiro single? I didn't know that. Oh, if I play this, I'll cry. No. No, 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 no. Yo, BMW. Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. This is another good one, yeah. The Narita Bryan. Wait, am I crazy? It shows you who the thing is in the bottom right. But it's not for everybody, right? No. No, it'll tell you who the main character is in the video. Probably. Hopefully. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. And then this is the song from the anime. It's literally playing the anime in the background. That is wacky. There you go. Alright. Y'all get the point, fellas. Uma Musume is some good shit. Watch the anime. Watch the movies. Buy Uma Musume juice. I don't like how that sounds. I meant to be like a sports drink, but then I made it weird. Fellas, I hope you had a wonderful stream tonight. It's 11 o'clock. I'm tired. I should be trying to get to bed soon. Thank you everybody for joining me. This was a bit of a weirder stream because we just kind of like yapped, right? We yapped a lot. Thank you guys for indulging me on like yapping about my time in the military, like, you know, long time ago now. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. I was kind of like juggling a couple things in the air. Tonight we were either gonna play RE4's Ada campaign, or we were going to start RE7 since it's kind of like a restart of the franchise, so that like I could play something separate from Vaughn, because we are still doing the RE5 playthrough. Just got to figure out like best time to do that. But you guys get the point. So thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Keep your eyes out on the Discord, because if we're ripping some RE5 in the daytime, you're not gonna want to miss that. Take a look at the VOD channel on YouTube, because I am uploading practically every stream on there. So if you guys want to check anything out that you missed, it's the best place to do it. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Peace.